Welcome back to another episode of Island Ball. We're your hosts, Braden.
This is Teo.
Today we got a great episode for you guys. We're gonna be recapping some of the games, some future rebuilds for teams, some NFL news, best fit for some upcoming free agents, and Island talk at the end.
Oh, all right. So let's get started. NBA games just started back up because of after All-Star break-in. Last night I couldn't get every game, but I was very focused on the Warriors game.
We were watching that.
We're Warriors fans. What are your initial thoughts of the Warriors game?
I'm happy they won. I mean, no LeBron, you gotta win that. But I thought Trace had a really good game. I know a lot of it was, you know, on Steph, just the pick and roll, the gravity he holds, and even it was even Clay. Clay made a couple good passes, so it has a lot to do with that. But I don't know. I definitely think he should be in the rotation more.
That was my biggest thing. After watching this game, and I watched the interview after Steve Kerr mentioned, especially when Chris Paul comes back, he's going to be that big lob threat.
I think he'll be good with Chris
Really
Paul.
good. Yeah.
The same thing that Steph was doing a lot. Chris Paul is going to be able to do the same thing and even better a little bit when he comes back. So I think that'll be a positive. Man, I think he should be starting though. I don't know.
Who would you start him over?
I mean,
You can say that, but I don't think you can start.
yeah, no. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Because Kuminga, I forgot.
And I think he's better. He can guard more positions.
Yeah, you're right.
Wiggins can guard more positions. But I think Kevon Looney, as much as I love him, I think I mentioned this in the earlier podcast, him and Dario Saric.
And Saric should not be playing.
Are not rotation players. Yeah. Dario Saric was shooting 40% from three. I think he still is, but just his defense is just, he's a cone. Like, I don't think he should.
There's no other way to say it.
Yeah, there's really no other way to say it. And he can't really rebound. He's not really a center either. He's more of a power forward.
Yeah.
And also, piggyback onto Warriors rotation.
Clay. Let's talk about Clay.
We can talk about
Clay for a little bit. Like, man, it hurts to say this because I love Clay. Weren't you there at that game too? I was there when he dropped 16 3/4.
I was there when he had 37.
Or it was 37 in the quarter. I mean, that's what I mean. Yeah. Man, so like I love Clay.
I thought he was actually, even though he shot bad, you mentioned it earlier, I think with Trace, because Clay still gets the respect of other defenders.
Oh yeah, no, so those pocket passes, those little dump offs. But he's still good with that. But just in terms of like, I don't know, it's just and it's hard because we mentioned this on the other podcast. You can't really tell him what a bad shot is because of how good of a shooter he is. But I don't know. I mean, wasn't he like 1 for 9, 2 for 9 yesterday? Yeah. And it's just some of the shots he's taking. I mean, some of them are like extremely good looks. What is it? Stan Van Gundy? Is that
the announcer?
I think I always get them mixed up because there's like two Van Gundy, right?
I think it's Stan Van Gundy.
I think it was Stan on the broadcast yesterday. He kept mentioning that when Clay was like 0 for 5.
Yeah.
I mean, he was saying like all of them were like just wide open, great looks. It's just I don't know what's going on. He's just knocking them down. But
I think once Chris Paul comes back,
you think he'll be back?
I think he should be getting 15 to 20 minutes a game.
You think that's Steve Kerr's having a problem with that right now just because so many guys have been out?
He has
his rotation's kind of it's kind of hard for him. It's messed. Like his rotation will be better once everyone comes back.
Yeah, because I think they have a solid. This would, if I'm Coach Kerr, this would be my 9-man rotation. Would be Curry, Pajemski, Wiggins, Kuminga, Draymond, Chris Paul, Clay, Gary Payton, and Trace Jackson. So a 9-man rotation is a perfect rotation.
I feel like that's a good rotation.
And then if say you need some size, maybe put Kevon Looney just to grab some fouls, just as a body.
Yeah.
Against maybe
depending on the matchup. Yeah, like if you play the Timberwolves or something, you gotta
Dario. I don't think I would play in any situation, just because you kind of need a defensive big in today's league, even at backup.
Yeah.
And then Moody.
I would throw in Moody sometimes. I mean, he's there for the occasion.
I would be there for an injury. Moody, Lester. He had some moments, but I don't think Lester's a rotational player, especially in the playoffs. In the regular season, I think he's fine. Now moving on, do you think? I know the Lakers didn't have LeBron, but do you think they're role players outside? Because they have two top 15 players in the NBA, and LeBron and AD. Do you think
I would say top 10?
Top 10,
but I don't know. It's tough.
Do you think their role players are mediocre, or in the offseason? A lot of people.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I was one of those. I thought when they made all these moves in the offseason, I thought they're gonna be one of the best teams.
I thought their offseason. Gabe Vincent's a very huge disappointment.
Yeah, I know.
Even Torian Prince is Torian Prince. Cam Reddish is a good. It feels like they're
not even.
It feels like their good defenders are like can't do anything on offense, and then the players that can score can't do anything on defense. Like they don't have someone that can play both ends. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree with that. In the games that I've watched, because I don't really watch the Lakers too much, but in the games that I have seen,
Yeah,
especially those Warrior games too,
Cam Reddish, Torian Prince
yeah.
defenders, and then
I mean,
D'Lo can't really guard anything.
I mean, D'Lo's been playing better though.
He's
Like
on offense, he's
ever since that news where it's like he's like,
yeah.
like I feel like he's just playing more free and I don't know, he's doing his thing out there. He's playing better. But Torian Prince didn't have a bad game yesterday. I don't know, maybe
Torian Prince is not bad, but he's
no,
Torian Prince.
I know, but maybe
He's a 3-and-D wing.
maybe it's because Clay was guarding him. Clay kept blowing by him. Like that was generating so many points in the first half. Clay would just like get burnt, and then someone else would like Pajemski would have to help swing it right to the corner, and they knock down a three or something, or someone would cut. That's what kept happening in the first half. But
Yeah.
but
You have anything else on the Warriors, or else I'm gonna leave it to another team that
no, I mean I think they're gonna be better though. I mean we're fans, so we're obviously gonna say that. But I think once because I mean they were doing in the very beginning of the season when Chris Paul was there and everyone was there, they were doing better. And Pajemski and Tracy's always they've been getting better.
And Steve Kerr seems like he's more inclined to play younger guys that are at the beginning of the season. He was playing the vets because of just the respect, but he seems like he's more inclined to play the younger guys who have more.
I mean, it's gotten to the point he has to. Because Pajemski's just, bro, his impact is like crazy.
Yeah,
like,
even he didn't shoot. He hasn't really been shooting well.
He shot well yesterday.
But just he's the league leader in charges, the rebounds,
all those no, because like those possessions really matter. That's the one thing that it was annoying me so much about Clay. It's just like, especially in those back and forth games, it's in the first half when it seemed like everyone was just scoring on each possession. You can't be wasting possessions, or else then that's what turns into those momentum.
Fade.
Yeah, and it's just waste possessions, and that's what turns into like fast breaks for them and like momentum builders, and that's when you get like into a large deficit, and then it's hard. I don't know. I feel like with the Warriors though, it's like the way it's even last year, I felt like they had to have a lead like going into the fourth.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. It just seems like they just blow a lot of leads sometimes, which is like uncharacteristic too. But
I think it's good because
like even yesterday for a minute there in the third quarter, they like seemed like they were about to like blow the lead. They were up by like 18 and just going down, but I don't know.
Another team that I have my eye on right now, it's not really a team that many people talk about, but I think it's a team that they should blow up. They just lost by 28 points to the Toronto Raptors. It's the Brooklyn Nets. And I think I've been saying this since the beginning of the season. Like the path they're on, it makes no sense because they're not good enough to even be a fringe playoff team.
But it's like, what can they do though?
They were offered every first round pick back from Mikal from Houston.
I'm not gonna lie, Mikal, but like.
Because if you have Mikal as your number one option, I don't think you're going anywhere.
No, I know I agree with that, but he was playing so well last year. Like,
but he's also not bad enough where you're gonna get a top pick.
Yeah, I know.
So it's like you're gonna get a 7th to 8th pick.
Look, that's like the kind of like Dak situation in Dallas, you know. It's kind of
But Dak at least leads them to the playoffs.
I guess you're right. I
don't like this team.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks because Mikal, it kind of like lowers like his value to the outside eye because he's one of the most valued role players, but honestly, the Brooklyn team in general, they have some of the best role players.
I know.
Like
Claxton,
Cam Johnson,
like Claxton,
Dorian Finney-Smith.
All Warriors should have got Dorian Finney-Smith.
I think they might have had too much because I saw that's why Jacques Vaughn got fired. They had too much hopes for Ben Simmons. Because imagine a prime Ben Simmons with this team.
Yeah, no,
that would have looked very good. But his back injuries just have held him back. But I mean, it's the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, we could do a little bit of what are like some scenarios in the offseason you would like to see Mikal Bridges go to. Like, what are some teams you'd like him to go to? But
what's his contract looking like? Is he under contract?
Really good contract.
He's under contract.
Yeah, he's under contract next year. Oh, okay. It's a guy I would think every team in the league would want him and can get him because of how cheap he is.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite scenario is the Knicks because of the
Villanova connection with the Dante and
the defense would be crazy with Onanab. Did I just say Owen? Okay, I'm gonna just say OG, Mikal, and then even Mitchell Robinson.
Even DiVincenzo plays.
DiVincenzo plays defense.
Yeah, he plays defense.
I think Memphis said they want.
Do you even think like
he's a needle mover?
Yeah, like I don't even feel like that's a needle mover.
You don't think it's a needle mover? I mean, because you're thinking they should either just get a star or stay put. That's what I hear a lot of people say, and I kind of agree.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to doing that. I mean, I feel like it's the Knicks. You're gonna get attraction no matter what. I mean, money. You're gonna be profitable, but I just feel like I don't see them getting past the second round even with that team.
I can see them getting past the second round with this.
I mean, I guess it really. I mean,
I'm really on it.
It depends on the matchup though. Like, pull up the standings right now.
If I pull up the standings right now,
like let's just.
I think the Celtics are the
overall play right now. I mean, they play the Sixers. If Joel Embiid's fully healthy and you play the Sixers first round,
I'm
who are you taking
taking, I'm taking New York.
over the Sixers?
Because Joel's not gonna be fully healthy this year.
I guess you're right. And like,
And Bucks, I don't trust. Cleveland, they
trust-
smacked Cleveland
I
last
trust
year.
the Bucks in the playoffs.
I don't. I just think I think Damian Lillard and Malik Beasley, like, you can't, like, I think they need to start Drake Crowder or something because Malik Beasley and Dame,
Damn, they get
I
that.
just, the backcourt, like,
The backcourt.
I mean, maybe Jake Crowder at the, what, it would be Middleton at the 2, Jake
I don't know.
Crowder
It's
at the
just
3.
hard for me with some of those. Because I mean, Dame, like, I mean, he's still having a great season, but it's just like those top end players, like,
Yeah, and they're gonna win you games.
in the playoffs,
Yeah.
especially like when Dame needs to be Dame, he's gonna be Dame in the playoffs. Like that, like last year, it
And
was
stars win,
like
yeah.
32 points a game type Dame. Like I know he hasn't been doing that like in the regular season, but like I don't know. I feel playoff time he's gonna like.
I'm taking
he's-
Brunson over Dame though. Is that a hot take?
I don't think that's a hot take.
I'm
But
taking that in the. I'm
I
taking that-
wouldn't. I wouldn't though.
I think Jalen Brunson's really that guy.
I don't know. I'm a Dame fan. Maybe that's why. But I just feel like in the playoffs, it's just like there's a different like type of level, and certain guys just turn the switch. You know.
Okay. Also, staying with some stuff that's been happening. Today we're gonna mention later some some all-time stuff, some
Yeah.
stuff like that. Amen Thompson. He started off the season really bad, like really bad. He's still him or his brother have no shot, but they kind of do everything else really well. They're both phenomenal rebounders under like for guards, and he's been getting some more minutes. He's had some more opportunities with some injuries and stuff, and that's kind of posed the question: do you start him over Jalen Green? Because in my opinion, Jalen Green's he's not
I'm
a basketball player.
I mean, I've never been the biggest Jalen Green fan. Like I always thought volume scorer, volume shooter. It's
I
like,
thought he was going to be the next because I watched his prolific prep in high school, but then just in the league, he gets the stats, but
yeah, but it's like
he's kind of like Zach LaVine, where
I feel it.
which is volume scorers. You kind of need to do if you're a volume scorer, you need to defend at least.
Yeah, don't know what you mean. Yeah, no, I feel it. I mean, you're the main Thompson twin fans because you knew him, but talk about that a little bit if you want. But
so he's been just rebounding the ball. Him and his brother are probably going to become all defensive candidates. Not now, but maybe in year 3, year 4. And Houston has taken a step. The Rockets have taken a step back, which I feel like it was kind of expected. There's always teams at the beginning of the year that, like I think last year, who started off really good? The Utah. That was kind of Houston wasn't on that level, but I think it's good for them to take a step up because it's not always good to be the worst team. You get the best draft pick. You always think it's that, but you want to make steps.
yeah,
And Ime Udoka made the step with the Houston Rockets and really showed them like they're one of the best teams. Like
so
one of the best coaches.
So who I know I know this can be tough, but like if you had to give a player comp, who you see that like what level do you see him being on in the next couple of years?
For a man in the SAR?
For both.
I say a man. Man, I've never seen something like that because he's kind of a point. He's just a freakish athlete.
Yeah, no, he really
like trying to think of someone. I say Asar's more of a wing. I think he's easier to put a player build on. Like you can say he has some Andre Iguodala vibes to him. Just super athletic, range can really defend, really good passer. Just shoot both. Iguodala is a better shooter, but I think Asar Thompson can get to Andre Iguodala level.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like I mean he's been developing.
Yeah, that's what I would say my player comp is for Asar. And for a man, that's hard, man. He's maybe like what you would expect Lonzo Ball to have been out of college. A taller point guard, more athletic too.
More athletic though.
But also can defend. Just one of those, maybe not as good passes. Maybe that's not the best comparison, but a big guard that can defend. He's like a role player point guard, if that makes sense. And then I don't know if he can become a star, but his athleticism really seems like he might become a star.
So you're buying stock. That's what
I am buying stock in Sar, man. I'm also buying a lot of stock in Brandon Miller.
In the Brandon Miller.
I knew he was going to be
I did not watch Mornate's game.
Brandon Miller. I watched because he had some accusations of low crime. Of
Yeah,
murder.
we know about that. Know about that.
So against South Carolina, they're saying murder or whatever. They're talking trash, and he had like 30, cooked them in overtime.
40?
Or maybe it was
40. He had like 40.
But that was the one college game. I don't watch many college games.
That's crazy. I was watching that.
I was like, oh yeah, this guy's for real.
Yeah.
And they were talking about, oh, Scoot's better, but I mean, it just shows in the league like shooting. He's a shooter, and he's 6'8". That really can get you far.
Translate to that. All right, you want to move on to KD?
All right,
Talk about that a little bit.
we have a big thing we're talking about is KD mentioned it on a podcast how he should be in the conversation with, Michael Jordan, Kobe.
I don't disagree.
I do disagree.
I don't disagree.
We can argue.
You can argue. I'm make it interesting. I don't disagree. I'm not. Hey,
you can say your point first, and
I'm not. I'm not just saying if anyone puts KD number one, I'm not opposed to that.
I'm very opposed to that.
I'm not opposed to that.
I think KD's into the. I'd say he's into 12 to 20 range.
12 to 20?
10 to 20.
10 to 20?
10 to
I mean, I
15.
don't really want to go into top 10s right
Yeah,
now.
no,
but
we're not gonna do that.
But like, I'm not.
I think
This is
why
I say he's the most skilled player of all time.
yeah, I think he's the one of the top 5 most talented players ever. But I think all the top 10,
he's the most talented.
he could be the most
talented.
But
player.
I think when you're talking about these great players,
okay, so what's the criteria for GOAT then?
Because
he has the players, he has the championship.
He doesn't have the career.
He
has
MVP,
2 championships.
He has the MVP. He has 2 championships, 2 Finals MVPs.
But he joined the Warriors. Like, as much as you hate to say it,
but like
Paul George in that situation is winning 2 championships.
You think so? I remember KD hit a dagger to help sway that series. They were probably gonna lose that game if he doesn't hit that. Both years.
All high level small.
No. Let's get okay. And then the next year, I think it was 2017. You could say him and Curry were both balling. They were gonna win regardless, right? The first year you got there.
Okay, I like KD won, but definitely worked.
But that second year, Houston, he averaged like 36 that whole series. He was carrying that whole series.
I think KD was
even Draymond came out and said it. Like, as much as we love Steph, Draymond even said this. He wasn't at that level at that point, or he didn't feel comfortable where it's just like
the 3 years KD was on the Warriors. I think he was the best player in the league.
Yeah,
he was the best player in the league.
But like, I don't think the Warriors get over that without KD.
Yeah, but I think you're looking at it career wise.
Yeah.
After that, you can say like he's had some super teams, which he just. You can argue that his talent wise, he might be the best player ever, but just the way his career is not a top 5 career ever. Do you agree with that?
If you just look at his career, yeah.
But I think he has top 10 talent, maybe top 5 talent. But you can't consider him the GOAT just because.
I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying
you can argue it.
I feel like you could definitely put him up in there. Like,
I would say he's the
because
10
there's
range.
so many one of the reasons why Curry's in the those top discussions is because he transcended the game, and KD
How did KD transcend the game?
Brandon Miller. You just talking about Brandon? KD was.
You don't think Tracy McGrady?
I mean,
KD is because when someone's long, KD's on a different level.
KD's on a different level when it comes to it. Yeah,
I love KD, but
it's just
I don't think you can argue he's better than Jordan. I don't even think it's an argument.
I guess
I would put Curry over KD, and I don't think you can argue it.
Yeah, okay, I would put him over him too, but that's
his talent though is
that's the reason. That's why
the hard part, because I think he has top 5 talent ever. It's just his career is not. I don't even think he has a top 10 career ever, especially because
what can he do? What can he do?
Yeah, he's a very high level defender. People don't talk about that.
I know. Even after coming back from his injuries, still playing defense at a high level. He can guard all 5 positions.
Player wise, I don't know if there's 5 guys to take over him, but just of how
because if we do
even last year in the playoffs, people won't talk about it. He wasn't that good.
What if because obviously we don't really like talking about hypotheticals too much because it didn't happen, right?
Yeah.
But let's just say he had one more ring after that Golden State time, right? So from 2019, 2020 to now, he had 1 ring.
You think instead of Steph got that ring, KD got that ring,
or just any of these years, KD got a ring? Would you feel differently?
Yeah, you'd feel a lot different.
Because like I said,
you have to get
like I said, hypotheticals, but so if he won that year that the Bucks won, which I believe he would have won if Kyrie didn't get hurt, because he damn near almost won.
You would look a lot different.
Okay, but
that's how sports are.
That's what I'm saying. That's how sports are. So
you have to look there's a big I don't know, man. If Cam Newton dives on the ball, blah blah blah.
I mean, they still lose that game if Cam Newton dives.
You think so?
Yeah, they still lose that game. They were losing that game regardless. But that's why it's because you can't really talk about that. But I'm just saying
KD
I don't think
top 10 talent ever.
For him to say that, I don't think you can call him crazy for saying that.
Well, of course,
get that out of the way. You can't call him crazy. No, some people be saying some outrageous stuff.
Well, because if I'm an NBA player, if I'm DeMar DeRozan, I'm saying I'm the best player ever.
But some people no, obviously you have that internal confidence, but you don't got to speak it out to the media in those podcasts, But it's not crazy for him to say that.
Yeah, because I think like one-on-one talent, you can argue he's the best player. The career, I think when you argue that, all these top 15 players,
yeah,
that's why the top
like all-time draft, is there 6 people you're taking over him? Like if you just right now, I mean, I guess you take everything into consideration. You just have
I'm
a
taking
person to build your team around. Who are you taking? Top 5.
I'm taking LeBron.
Okay, if LeBron's taken.
Well, there's also fit because Katie fits a lot well.
No, but that's what I'm saying. This is your first player being taken, so you're gonna have to build your whole team around that and just go from there.
I'm taking LeBron, Steph, Jordan.
Okay.
I'm taking Kareem.
Tinkering.
I'm taking Magic.
See, the only
and I might
see
and I'm taking Kobe.
See,
and then after that, I might take KD.
Me, I'm only taking LeBron, Steph, and Jordan. After that, I would take KD. But
Kareem is Kareem. I think you have to. He's in the GOAT talks. He had a super successful.
I mean, I've also played it.
Yeah, we know. Shit.
Yeah, so it's kind of tough to say because, like, even watching highlights is totally different than like following someone's career.
But Jordan, I feel like Jordan's gonna be the GOAT for like it's gonna be hard. He hit 6 for 6. I don't really like talking about GOAT.
I don't think it's crazy to say LeBron's the GOAT.
I don't think so.
I mean,
I think it's
1A,
1B.
Let's save that. Let's save that.
We'll save the GOAT talk. I don't like everyone needs.
Because like I don't think it's crazy. I mean,
we'll save this for group discussion.
It's hard for me to say Jordan's the GOAT just because I didn't watch him. Like it's like imagine being around and watching basketball during the 90s.
Yeah.
Like that'd be a whole different experience. Like because we were here for the Warrior Dynasty and like
we saw LeBron.
So it's like different actually like watching them like live and experiencing it, you know, than just watching highlights, watching documentaries. It's completely different. So it's hard to say, but we'll save that for another time. But,
okay, before we were gonna do our final standings prediction, I just want to show love to the Hornets. They've been 4-0 since the Grant Williams trade. And really, I don't think it means much of it. Some wins, it's a good wins, but I mean, I really want to show love to Trey Mann. He hasn't been going crazy, but he's been getting minutes, which I like, and I think he has a lot of potential. He didn't get minutes on the Thunder just because they have so many young guys, but I think he'll really show his value. Once LaMelo's back, he'll be a solid backup to him. So not much. I just want to show love to them.
Before we end this, you wanna final standing? You wanna go? We're gonna give our final standings for both conferences.
Final standings predictions.
Predictions. All right.
You can go first.
You want me to start with the East? Okay.
Start with the East, and then
okay. So I'm keeping the Celtics. I think Celtics are gonna finish top seed.
And we're just doing to 10.
We're just doing to 10, and then you want to give our plan predictions based on who we have? Okay. I got the Celtics staying at 1, and I got the Cavs in 2 right now. I got the Cavs staying in 2.
I agree with both.
It's tough because I like Milwaukee. I think they're gonna stay. I think they're gonna get it together. So I'm putting them at 3. I think they're at 3 right now, but the Knicks are right behind them. You know when Joel's returning?
They said they said they have
a couple months, or
they said they have optimism that he comes back in the regular season, but
okay. So I'm gonna put the Knicks at 4. I mean, so the top 4 for me, it's gonna stay the same. But I'm gonna put. I think Indiana's gonna jump just because. So Philly's at 5 right now. I got Indiana at 5. I'm gonna put the Magic at 6 just because that Joel Embiid injury. I don't really know what's gonna happen. I don't know when he's gonna return and how he's gonna be when he returns. Like, you don't want to hate on we don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And how he's gonna be.
I haven't followed too.
Yeah. So that's I have this. So these are the teams I have locked into the playoffs: the Celtics, the Cavs, the Bucks, the Knicks, and then the Pacers and the Magic. Those are my top 6. And then I'll have the Sixers in the plan at 7. I'm gonna keep the Heat at 8. I know Jimmy Butler was out for some personal issues. I think they're gonna be fine. I'm gonna put the Hawks at 9, and then this is tough. Who won?
I don't think they're jumping. I think Bulls would stay at 10.
You think so? I'm gonna put the Bulls at I don't think they're jumping. Just looking at the standings right now, so I'm gonna put the Bulls at 10, and then for my play-in, I have the Sixers playing the Bulls. Wait, no, 7 versus 8. I'm tripping.
Yeah, it'd be
the Sixers versus I put the Heat. If Joel,
I think the Sixers can miss the playoff.
I don't think that's crazy to say, but I don't know if they lose that game. I'm gonna take the Heat just because that injury is such a big deal, especially the uncertainty.
Even if he comes back,
yeah. So I would take the Heat, and then I'll have the Hawks beating the Bulls. Hawks versus Sixers. That's tough because I would be in Philly, right?
Mhm.
But it's just that injury. I'm gonna take the Hawks. I mean,
The Hawks.
I
I think I have the same
no.
standings as you. I'm gonna go over it, but I think I
Okay,
have
you
the,
think you have this? Oh yeah, I'll say the Hawks just because that injury is just like it's, I don't know. It's I don't like
I
it.
have the same four first: Boston, Cleveland. If New York wasn't injured, I'd have New York over
Jumping the
jumping
Bucks.
the Bucks, but no OG, no Julius Randle. So same four. And then I do have Indiana going at 5.
Yeah, I like Indiana. I'm high on them.
And then mm, I don't know if I might want Miami at 6, but just they seem like they don't care about the regular
That's what
season.
I'm saying. Yeah,
But they're better than Orlando, so I think they will go at 6.
Orlando's been playing so well though.
Orlando, I like actually no, because Orlando has the easiest strength of schedule left this
I saw
season.
that too.
So
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I have Orlando at I might have Orlando at 5 then, because Indiana hasn't been that the Pascal Siakam thing hasn't been as yeah, you know what? I'll just say that just to be different than Braden. I have Orlando at 5,
Um,
Indiana at 6.
all right, so our top six is the same though, right? I mean,
I have Orlando at 5, and you have
oh, but I
Indiana.
mean like the teams.
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
mean, I don't think there's really different opinions on that, to
yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
honest. Like
And then
the good teams are good teams. Yeah.
I think Miami 7, Philly 8, and then yeah, Atlanta 9, Chicago 10.
Okay.
And then I have
You can just say who have moving on.
yeah, I think
Yeah, let's
Philly
get to that.
will stay. I think Philly because they have 2 playing games. I think they'll win one of them.
Yeah, you're
So
probably right about that. Yeah.
so then I'll have Philly at the 8th seed beating. I think Atlanta will beat Chicago.
What about the Heat?
And then the Heat, I have the Heat at the 7th seed. I have them beating Philadelphia.
Okay.
So then it'll
Okay.
be okay.
All
You
right.
guys kind of get it.
All right. Moving on to the West. Okay, for me, I think the Thunder. I mean, it's neck and neck right now with the
Everything's next.
everything's neck and neck.
West
So
is crazy.
I think I, man, it's tough. I haven't looked at any schedules, so like I don't really.
Yeah.
I saw some of those strength of schedules for some of the East teams, and like I know the Warriors schedule, but some of these other teams. So I'm not taking that into consideration. But I just think the Thunder are going to finish first. Um, I think the Clippers are going to be the 2 seed. Uh, I'm gonna put Denver at 3. So I think Minnesota's dropping. Yeah,
I think differently, but you go, Brain.
yeah, I know you're gonna have Minnesota at 1, aren't you?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I, bro, because saying Minnesota is gonna be the 4 seed, it's like I feel like it's gonna be the difference of 1 to 2 games. Like
Yeah,
they could
yeah.
easily be the 1 seed.
It's
You
not
know,
crazy at
it's
all.
not crazy. Like they could easily be the 1 seed. I feel like because these teams have to play each other a couple more times, right?
Yeah, and
Like it's gonna come down to some of those games, you know.
yeah,
So I'll just keep it at that, and then I really like the Pelicans. I think the Pelicans are gonna stay at 5.
you like the Pelicans.
I like the Pelicans.
I like Dallas more.
I've been watching them, so I've been betting on them. So I've been watching the games.
Oh shit.
But I think the Suns are gonna jump to 6. So those are my top 6. The teams, and then for the play-in, I think the Kings are gonna jump to 7. I think the Warriors are gonna jump to 8. They're at 10 right
I
now.
think Dallas is falling.
I see that's tough because I haven't seen their schedule.
Dallas has been rolling.
Can you pull up their schedule real quick? Like sorry to interrupt, but like
No,
I just
you're
want to see
good.
their schedule. Because
Dallas has been rolling.
I know.
Those 2 trades have been helping a lot. Strength.
You just pull up their actual schedule, but
Oh, we can't do that. You want to look up remain strength of schedule, and then I'll look up Dallas. So this is the Warriors. See Orlando. Dallas
means
has look. This
oh.
is their schedule.
so Dallas got an easy schedule.
They have a pretty easy schedule.
Like, they
That's
beat
I think
Boston.
Milwaukee.
Wait, so just pull up their actual schedule.
I got you.
Like just yeah. And then just press see more.
So they
And then
have
the Celtics, the
Pacers,
Pacers, Cavs. See, I don't think it's crazy if they lose both of those games. They're both away too. Both road games.
Every game's like these are 2 easy wins. I think they'll beat the Pacers.
But at home, like on the road,
Detroit.
like I feel like
I like the Pacers more early in the season. They haven't been that impressive to me.
yes. Keep scrolling, keep scrolling.
Detroit's an easy win.
How many? Okay, I don't need to see anymore. You go back to the
Chicago.
scan. Okay, they do have a pretty like.
They have a
It's
decent
not bad.
schedule.
Okay, how many? Because the Warriors, they're like, oh, they're
Oh,
like
they're
5.
tied with the
They're like 5 games behind.
yeah. The Warriors
Okay.
might not cash.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope they do. But okay, so in terms of, I had Phoenix at 6. I think the Kings are gonna go to 7 though. I'll put Dallas at 8, the Warriors at 9, and the Lakers at 10. And then,
Oh shit, my bad.
oh no, you're good.
I was gonna look up.
So I have I think the Kings would be the Mavericks. Bro, I really, I mean, as a Warriors fan, I do not want to play a playing game,
with the Lakers.
elimination, like loser, this goes home. I mean, because I really do not like that matchup, but I'm gonna take the Warriors, and then I would have the Warriors. If the Warriors beat the Lakers in the first playing game, like the winner of that game, I think is gonna beat the loser of the 7-8.
If
So like
as
so then I have the Kings and the Warriors, the Kings 7, Warriors 8.
as a Warriors fan, I really want them to jump to the 8th seed, so they only have to play
Yeah,
one playing game.
that's why I said jump into the 8, but then like it kind of
It's
like
kind of unrealistic, yeah.
I mean,
It's not actually.
aren't they like 8 and 10 and we've been rolling.
It's just the Kings have to lose. I think
No, I don't. The Kings. I've been watching. The Kings are gonna jump. That's why it's
you think
like
they're gonna. That's what's my.
really.
I'm gonna have them. I have them.
But
Not
it's like
jumping.
the strength of schedule doesn't. I mean, because contrary to their record, they're a good team. The Kings are a really good team.
Yeah,
They're really solid. So it's like doesn't matter about the strength of schedule.
yeah. And it's not like the NFL where
Yeah.
every team can be any team. I mean, the same NFL is like that too, but
Yeah, but I guess the more tough teams you play, the more chances you have to lose.
yeah.
But like, I don't think it really matters too much for the Kings. But
So my final standings are going to be Minnesota at 1, Clippers at 2. I have all the top 4 is interchangeable.
yeah,
It's like one
like we
game.
said, it's gonna be a
Yeah.
difference between
OKC at 3, and I'm gonna have Denver at 4.
the-
Um, the reason for that is I think Denver's not gonna really try. Well, that's cap. They're gonna try, but their depth is also an issue, and I think all these teams are rolling. It's really hard to say. The Clippers are
I know what you're
rolling.
saying, yeah.
OKC is rolling, but I have OKC dropping. I have New Orleans dropping though,
You do.
because I think Dallas and Phoenix will jump them. Because
I mean,
Dallas
it's a game
has been
difference.
rolling. New Orleans has been good too, though.
New Orleans has
And
been
New Orleans is deep.
No, but I wouldn't be mad. It's not crazy to say they're
But
gonna
I trust Dallas and Phoenix's stars more than
get New Orleans.
Brandon Ingram and Zion, just because they have legit. I mean, the
But
regular season that doesn't
but
matter.
That's what I'm saying. Like come playoff time, yeah, I don't think New Orleans is gonna go deep, but
I don't know why. I just feel like New Orleans is dropping. And then I'm gonna have the Warriors jump to the 8 and have the Kings dropping. And then the Kings Lakers play, Lakers win. And then the Warriors would play New Orleans. Can the Warriors get to 7 seed? I think that's me just being biased.
yeah, I think that's. I mean, it's
So I'm
not
not gonna
crazy to
say
say
it.
that, but it's gonna be because like
That's their best case scenarios.
because like in terms of them getting played, they would need so many other things out of their control to not go their way. You know,
facts.
like
They'd have
other
to
teams
jump
would
the
have to jump.
Kings, beat New
It's
Orleans.
not like they can just. They can win all their games, or majority of their games,
Yeah.
and they still need teams to like fall off.
But it seems like the West, the 10 are set in stone, which is
Yeah.
at first Utah and like Houston were making around like, oh, we're gonna make the play in.
We knew they
Even
were
at the
playing.
beginning of the year, Memphis, but John Morant,
No, that I mean
he tore his shoulder.
yeah.
They were really bad, the 25 game suspension. I think you always knew Portland and San Antonio were gonna be bad.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's kind of I feel
Hey.
like that's a wrap on the NBA.
Thanks for staying with. Hey, just let us know what other NBA topic related stuff you'd want us to talk about in the next podcast.
Yep. So now we will be talking about the NFL segment. The first thing I'll be mentioning is what do you think about Justin Fields to the Falcons? All these rumors.
I'm a fan if it happens. I mean, I don't think we mentioned on the. I think we did. I think I
think
talked
we
about it.
mentioned it, yeah.
We said that was my best fit for him. I would like to see him on the Falcons. I mean, they need a quarterback. I mean, I think in that scheme it'd be crazy because the read option with Bijan,
Yeah,
like because the threat of both of them running, and then I feel like that maybe could get Kyle Pitts utilized more. But I mean, that has to do with coaching, you know, at the end of the day. So, but I mean, because there's a whole bunch of weapons. He didn't really have any weapons, and
Yeah, DJ
Chicago.
Moore.
He had DJ Moore for and then I mean Darnell Mooney was like he was
Off and
okay,
on, yeah.
but I mean he has some real weapons, and if he goes to Falcons, so I mean I'm a fan. I hope it happens. I want to see it happen.
I was just mentioning this because on Instagram he talked about it. Because he unfollowed, I guess, the Bears, but he just mentioned that like
I don't think that's that big deal.
I don't think it's that
I
big
don't
a
think
deal.
it's that big a deal.
I think it's just
People-
the media
I mean they have to grab headlines.
Yeah.
Gotta go with something. So
because NFL's kind of season
kind of dead right now.
Yeah.
And for the next month until like all their draft boards and all that start.
Yeah.
They
So-
gotta go with what they have.
So now that we mentioned that, we're gonna mention Brain's a big Chiefs fan. Do you think they need a wide receiver 1 or they could win like this? Well, they
I
won't
mean,
twice,
I'm not gonna. I'll eventually answer the question, but it's more of a like at what cost. So like
salary cap, yeah.
yeah, because there's a whole. I mean, the salary. I don't know if you saw. Like, I saw it this morning. Like, the salary cap increased from last year a lot. Like, it was
Yeah.
like a 30 million increase. So I don't know. I don't know how much that helps, but that has to help. But because I mean, if you're saying like a wide receiver one over retaining like Chris Jones or like L'Jarius Sneed, then I would say no. Like, I think you need to obviously bring back Chris Jones, but you need to bring back both of them if you can. Because I mean, the reason why they won the Super Bowl this year was because of their defense. So you need to retain both those people if you can. I don't know if it's possible, but because they've proven that obviously you'd love to have a wide receiver one, but bring those two guys back first and foremost, and then if you have to, just build through the draft. But I don't know. Me, I just feel like they're gonna make a move for a receiver this offseason. Because last year there really wasn't anyone that they could go with.
What are the
I don't
options this year?
I mean, it depends on who gets franchise tagged and like if anyone else gets long deals, but like
Mike Evans.
like Mike Evans, I know T Higgins, I think Pittman, unless he works out
I like Michael Pittman.
unless he works out a long-term deal. I think
Shout out his YouTube channel.
hey man, get him on the pod eventually.
That would be cool.
But yeah, there's a bunch more. So those are just the biggest ones off the top of my head. But yeah, so
we're just quick with that. We're really in the NFL, we're really gonna mention some best fits for some upcoming players. Our first one,
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson.
First of all, before we do best fits, do you think he's still like where would you rank him in terms of quarterbacks?
I don't even know if he's like is he a starter level quarterback still?
He's definitely starter level. I think he's starter level. I think he proved that in the last ever since that news came out. It really started because it really started when they beat the Chiefs that one game.
I think the Broncos was just a bad fit for him then.
Man, everyone was hyping it up. Like
I was never hyping it up just because their weapons were so bad.
No, you were hyping it up. I remember.
Russell Wilson.
Maybe it was just because I'm a fan. You're like, are you scared now? I remember that.
I probably did.
Like it was maybe it was mainly Arrow, but like
they were in a stacked conference.
No, and their defense was tough.
But Courtland Sutton
Sutton's good,
but that's not a wide receiver one.
Well, he's kind of playing it
like
think
he's a wide receiver one.
He's making plays a bunch of the time this season. Like, so I actually watch Broncos games. Like he's not a. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a stretch to say he's the one, but like he's a good receiver.
I'm looking at teams right now, and teams would be good fits.
Steelers. But I don't know. It's because Mike Tomlin has like, because Russell. All those reports last year where it was like Sean Payton like stopped him from like all.
Yeah, Russell Wilson does seem like
Russell Wilson's kind of
like he feels like he needs to be that guy,
or like, but it's like,
but he was
whatever you.
But even Marshawn Lynch, had bad things to say about.
But my thing about it, he's proven to be an elite quarterback, and like, I guess when you're at that level, like,
has he though?
Do what you need to do.
Has he proven to be an elite quarterback?
I guess you could say his defense carried, but like he has. Like,
he had couple of very elite years with DK, but even when he won the Super Bowls, I don't think he was elite. He had phenomenal teams.
Yes, but yeah, I guess you could say that. No, but I'm just saying in terms of like, got to do what you got to do. You're pro, but like he does stretch. I guess. But
I can't really. Because the young teams, I wouldn't want like a Commanders. I'd rather them get like a rookie or a young guy.
Yeah, develop someone. Because that Russell Wilson contract's huge.
I'm looking at every team. If
the Vikings, I feel like they're gonna come back. They're gonna figure something out with Kirk.
But yeah, Vikings, I wouldn't love. Maybe no. NFC, I'm looking at teams. Steelers isn't bad. It's maybe Tennessee, but Tennessee's in a really bad place. I think they should just blow it up, go young. But it's easier said than done.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, Marcus looking kind of rough right now.
Marcus looking rough for him.
Really rough.
Hopefully he gets. I think he'll get a starting job.
I swear I saw some. I could be wrong about this, but I thought I saw something where it's like the Patriots aren't like.
They're not looking for a quarterback.
I might have read that wrong, but it's like I don't know. I feel like they might just trade back, but so that could be a fit. But
like, do you think he's gonna be a backup? Because I'm literally looking at the market. The Steelers
with that contract, like, do they work something out with this? Because
didn't they cut him?
Yes, but like,
that means he's a free agent, no?
So the whole contract, yeah.
We're not market guys.
Yeah, we're not market. But yeah, so I don't really know how it works in the NFL, But because I think so, the Broncos just have to pay that full out, right?
I think they saved low money waiving him because he didn't have a fully NBA's fully guaranteed contract.
Yeah. No, but you have guaranteed.
But let's say we're just saying he's a free agent, like anyone can sign him. Like I'm literally looking at the market.
Just not taking money into it.
Like because like it's looking rough.
It's looking rough.
The Saints, but Derek
But Derek
Carr.
Carr, they already have
But
money.
Derek-
Because then Derek Carr just like take a pay cut too. I think they just work something
Saints
out.
have no money.
But,
Shit.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's
The
like the Giants, but
Giants.
the owner loves Daniel Jones. I don't know if you saw that.
I like Daniel Jones too, but
But like,
it's Daniel Jones.
are you trying to win?
All right, moving on to another player. This guy will have a lot more market value. Is Saquon Barkley.
He's still your favorite player. Or I mean,
That him and Odell Beckham, they're the reason I watch football because the Giants. But I kind of like him in New York, but New York's not going anywhere. I think
yeah, where would you want to see him at? Not taking any money, not
the
taking
team's always been rumors the Ravens, but I don't know. I'm looking at some other teams, even the Chiefs. I'm not a Chiefs fan, but they're not affording him,
the Chiefs wouldn't do that.
and they wouldn't go for a star running back
Yeah, they
like
wouldn't
that.
go for star running back. No, but
Miami,
Miami.
Buffalo.
Yeah, no, definitely those teams. Buffalo's. I know
Buffalo-
I just said don't take cap, but like but Buffalo, I think it's like 40 million below the cap. Like I don't
The
know
thing
if they
about the
can
NFL is it's not like the NBA. Like I
you can
feel like
finesse it. So
finesse it
no,
so
yeah,
easy,
because you can like you can change up contracts, you can
Yeah.
stretch it out,
stretch it.
but then on the back end,
You're
like it's
screwed
gonna,
later.
yeah, yeah. So
Kind of happened to the Saints.
yeah, it kind of happens things,
But cap's not really a thing in the NFL.
yeah, because I mean these people are pros at it in the offices. They know,
NBA, you can't finesse like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Eagles, no, they don't need that.
What
I would
else?
say the big ones are Baltimore Ravens and the Rams. I wouldn't mind the Rams either, but another thing we're going to talk about is Jimmy Garoppolo. Brian will be right back. A little bathroom break, but Jimmy Garoppolo basically violated the PED thing. There's not much to say. Just yeah, it's kind of funny. Like
My fault. Kind of funny though.
he's like, no offense, but he's mid. Like, what is Jimmy Garoppolo benefiting from that? But we're not gonna talk about that all day. Also, as a Chiefs fan,
Yeah.
a signing. We're not gonna talk about his off the field things because we don't know. That's not our business. But on the field,
I don't judge.
he looks very good. I don't judge players based off their off the field. If they can, that's their thing.
You can play. You can play.
Yeah, sure.
Matter
Matt Araiza. I took too long to say.
if you don't know his story, look it up. But
No, look it up.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, yeah. I mean, he got drafted high for a reason.
He can punt the
He can
football.
punt the football. The reason I like the move, I mean, just looking at it football wise, I mean, obviously he's a great punter. If he didn't have those off the field issues, I mean, he would be locked in on the team already. He'd be playing.
Yeah.
But I mean, a lot of people call it penny pitching, because I mean, the Chiefs are building something. You're paying Mahomes all that money. You're paying a lot of people money already. So it's like their punter right now is great, but he's on a contract. Like they would have to like re-sign him. And like he's one of the best punters in the league. He was like all pro. I don't know if he was all pro this year, but I think he was last year. So it's like he's gonna get a bag wherever he goes. So like you gotta like take those type of hits. And like I like it because I don't think it's really that much of a downgrade. Like I think he's gonna be good. As long as like he can stay on the field, which shouldn't be a problem because I think everything was dropped, but I don't know. I don't follow that. But I like it. I like it.
I don't have much to say.
Their
He's a
management.
punter, but he's talented.
Mm-hmm.
So the last thing we're gonna mention in the NFL segment. This
is the best one.
This is the best
2020 NFL specifically QB draft rankings. So like Burrow, Herbert, Jordan Love, Jalen Hurts, and Tua.
I'm taking Burrow.
If you have to go around one. Like let's just say let's say 5 years. 5 years.
I'm taking Burrow.
You're taking Burrow?
Who are you taking?
I don't hate that.
Who are you? I think Tua's last to me.
Yeah, Tua's last. Tua's last. I would take Herbert.
Who's your two?
Herbert. Oh, it's tough because we're going next 5 years. I'm gonna say Herbert, Jordan Love, Burrow.
Herbert's your number one over Burrow?
Yeah.
Over Burrow.
Bro.
Herbert's more.
If Burrow can stay 100% healthy, then yes. But like he's been injured. How many seasons has he played? Like 4?
He brought him to the Super Bowl though.
Yeah, but like 4 seasons, and 2 of them he's had season-ending injuries. He's been out.
If there's you need a quarterback in the clutch, I'm taking Burrow. Now Herbert does have all the intangibles, but Burrow, maybe it's his connection with Jamar Chase. Maybe Herbert hasn't had the perfect
T. Higgins though. They don't get T. Higgins back. Might be bad.
Yeah, that might be rough. And their O-line's gotten better though.
I mean, if you have a shit O-line, you need those receivers to just.
So Herbert and Burrow are 1-2. You said Herbert's first. I disagree, but that's okay.
I put Jordan Love up there.
Are you taking Jordan Love or Jalen Hurts?
I mean, I put Jordan Love at 2, but
over Burrow?
Bro, just the injury.
I love Jordan Love. Like,
no, but like if Burrow's
injury prone.
I would say third best quarterback in the league. Second, that's so tough because like, I mean, Burrow when fully healthy, second best quarterback in NFL.
But we're not talking about that. We're saying who do you want in the next 5 years?
I know that's why
you're saying Herbert.
No, that's why I said Herbert and Jordan Love 1 and 2 because like the injury history concerns me. He's been injured like half of his NFL career. He's been on the sideline, season-ending injury. So like that concerns me. If I'm taking
I like upside, and I think Burrow has the most upside. I really do. So you're taking
upside.
Okay. Yeah, I think
we've seen
Herbert has the intangible. I feel like Joe Burrow's been to a Super Bowl. You know what you're gonna get. But you're taking what's kind of. I know Jalen Hurts didn't have the best year. Do you think Jordan Love's better than Jalen Hurts?
Yeah. I mean that could be a lot of recency bias talking.
That's what I think.
Yeah,
Jalen Hurts did make a Super Bowl.
No, but I would.
See, he had a
everyone was hating on me when I was saying this because they're just like, "Oh, you're just mad that they're the best team in the league," you know. But like, it had a lot to do with the system, who's around him, and his coaches. You see, because like I get into it, like their offensive coordinators matter. His offensive coordinator left, and like their offense just horrible this year. So I feel like his running Jordan Love could run a little bit, but it's so tough because Jalen Hurts had such a good Super Bowl too. Yeah, so it's like if you have an MVP, you have a Super Bowl. Yeah, you have a Super Bowl like that. It's hard to like say anything, you know. I mean, that's the biggest stage of anything, or I mean, biggest stage of football. But and you put up a performance like that, it's hard to. And if they win that, we're talking about him as top 3 quarterback, but just because he had a bad year and they lost that, that's just how it goes. You're arguing, like, that's how the NFL works. I mentioned that. It's tough. Oh, I mean, my fault since I said that, but yeah. So it's tough not to put Burrow 1 because I mean, when he's fully healthy, he's up. You could argue he's 2 when he's fully healthy. He's 3 to me. You're saying I got Josh Allen. Yeah, I got him at 2. Just because Josh Allen when he's in offense more. Josh Allen's like he's like the Luka Doncic. Watch the Bengals versus the 49ers this past year. No, Joe Burrow's that guy. But no, I'm just saying the 49ers were the hot. I mean, I know they lost like a game or 2 up to that point, but they were the hottest. Remember they were so hot in the beginning of the season? Yeah. And they lost Bengals were horrible. Joe Burrow came in there and did his thing. MVP type performance. But fuck, that's tough. That's tough. I don't have anything else, Brandon. Do you have anything? No, I don't got anything else to say really. All right. Well, hey, just like normal, let us know in the comments what do you want us, other things you would want us to talk about for the NFL. Yeah, NFL. All right, welcome back to another Island Talk segment. It's gonna be short. We just have a couple things. So first, we're gonna rank Jolly Rancher flavors. Get a little interesting. Do you want to go first? Or you want me to go first? I'll go first because I think mine's are below. Wait, let me remember all Jolly Rancher flavors. So there's 5. Wait, it's there's 5 different ones. I know which one I want first, dude. You mentioned these. Okay, it's these 5, huh? Yeah. Oh, you drink you get the tropical ones. No, I don't. Let's just do the normal ones. Okay. I'm ranking grape first. Okay. I'm ranking blue second. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm ranking green third. Oh, this is gonna be so boring. Watermelon and the cherry. Is that you too? No, like I have the same. So blue raspberry is my 1, grape's my 2, green apple's my 3, and then watermelon, I guess, and then cherry. I don't really care about the reds. I mean, they're all good. It's just the reds come out the bag last, you know. But the cherries, yeah, the cherries. Yeah. But yeah. I mean, if you don't have blue raspberry in your top 2, like I feel like your list isn't valid. Because like you could have your favorite. Like I like grape too, but yeah. All right, we're gonna go to Mount Rushmore. Okay, Mount Rushmore. Which is our top. This is our top 4 of a certain subject. Or all right, so fictional characters. Fictional characters. You want me to go first? Does this mean cartoons too? This is real. I mean, just do cartoon characters, not fictional. Because like, we'll do fictional. Fictional, like, or cartoon. Just do cartoons. Just do cartoons. Yeah. All right, cartoons. You can go first. You want me to go first? You go first. All right, my first. I'm doing it no. Mount Rushmore's no order. Yeah, it's no order. I'm gonna do. South Park's my favorite show, so. But I'm gonna try to do 1 per show. I don't want to do the same show twice. So I don't know who my favorite character. We're gonna go. What's that one guy? The main character. Cartman. Yeah, Cartman. I love Cartman, but Cartman, bro. No, the other one, the fat one. Oh, yeah, that is Cartman. That's Cartman. My fault. No, you're good, Ray. It's a podcast. He's a fat character.
Um, who do I? Eric Cartman. We'll go Butters. I love Butters. We'll go Butters.
I like
We'll
that
go.
guy too.
We'll go. We'll go. We'll go the guy from SpongeBob that hurts his knee. You know the guy's like
I
my knee.
don't watch SpongeBob,
Uh,
so I don't know. But
and then what other show? Um. Um. Oh, we're gonna go Muscle Man.
oh, okay, I'll pick a different. I have someone from that show too.
We'll go Muscle Man. 3. It's another TV show, another cartoon I like. Oh, and then we're gonna go Family Guy. Oh, what's Stewie from Family.
Stewie from Family Guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's kind of boring. But
I mean, mine are gonna be more boring here in years now. Well, I mean, you don't. Okay, this is gonna be so boring, but Woody the Woodpecker. I don't know. That was my favorite thing, like growing up as a kid.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, you don't know who that is. I don't know. I watched that show all the time growing up as a kid, like when I was super young. So just gotta throw that guy up there. I'm gonna throw Curious George up there too, because I used to watch that show all the time when I was a kid. But Johnny Test, I was a big Johnny Test fan. You know who that is?
I fuck with
Johnny Test, yeah, that was the boy. But and then I was gonna say Muscle Man, but I'll go Rigby. So,
Oh, I fuck with
I'll go Rigby. I'll go Rigby.
Now that
I was between him and Muscle Man, but like since you said Muscle Man, I'll go Rigby. I
I
messed
fuck with
around.
Mordecai too.
Mordecai too,
I
yeah.
fuck with that whole show.
The whole show is tough.
Pops.
But,
Who? Instead of the guy from SpongeBob, I fucked with Teen Titans Go. I might go Robin. Or no.
Robin?
No. What's his name?
Um,
The green guy.
Greek, oh, Beast Boy.
Yeah,
Beast Boy. Yeah. All right, moving on. Board games. You want me to go first? You want to
Yeah,
go
you
first?
can go first.
Okay. Number one, my all-time favorite game, Shoots and Ladders. Do you ever play that? You never played that? Like, I couldn't even, like, I can picture it in my mind, but I don't even think I could explain to you how it works. So I don't even remember really. It was a long time ago, but I just remember that was my favorite game. I always was a fan of Monopoly. That's a popular one. Monopoly. Yahtzee. I used to play Yahtzee a lot. I like Yahtzee. And then it was this, I don't know the name. I could look it up. It was this NFL type of board game. It's called like Rush Zone or like, I think I have the name.
I don't know.
It was like, I used to play it a lot. It was, yes, it's like a very, it was called Rush Zone. Yeah, it's not a popular game, but I played it a lot. It was really fun.
So my top 4 have to go with Monopoly. I used to always play with my parents and stuff, my brother. Life, but SpongeBob Life.
Oh,
Had the SpongeBob Life. Those were like the top 2 games I played as a kid. Apples Tapples. And then 4, we'll just go with a good old fashioned. Ooh, I have it's either Uno or Pictionary. I don't know which one to choose. We'll go Uno.
Uno, yeah.
I think Uno. It's boring, but it's like
No,
it's
it's not boring.
No,
I know
it's
it's boring.
to say.
It's a boring pick. Yeah, I
Yeah,
try to get
but it's like,
picks,
but it's like,
if it's up there, it's up there.
it's Uno, you know.
Yeah, so no. All right, moving on. Beverages. You want me to go first? I'll go
You
first.
can go first.
Okay, water's number one. Or
Yeah.
now we're gonna really good. Not water. Do I put orange juice or apple juice? I'm gonna put one of those. I feel like, are you orange juice or apple juice guy? Like, not saying that this is on your top 4, but I feel like it depends on the brand.
I'm an orange juice guy.
For me, it depends on the
I only drink water. Really.
Okay. For me, it depends on the brand because like some orange juices are like really bad. I don't know. Some are really good. So I'm gonna go with apple juice. So I have water, apple juice, milk. Does milk categorize just regular milk or
You can say like milk, and then I like chocolate. I like hot chocolate.
I like milk. I like strawberry milk, and I like chocolate milk. Those are really, I like all of those. But and then I'll throw in like a strawberry smoothie or something. I like making smoothies. No, I'm a smoothie guy.
I think I really only drink water, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna put water in the list.
No, you got to.
Okay, water. That's really.
I mean,
all
just if you, because that's really all I drink too. You just.
I used to drink like say a gallon of milk a day, but in college.
I know, me too.
I think it caused me acne or something. That's what they said. But I guess it gets your bones stronger, makes you taller. I'm gonna put milk just because I used to have like gallon of milk and cookies. Not good, but I miss it. Now I'm gonna go with like ice cream milkshakes because that's like my favorite thing now. It's kind of a bad addiction. And then four, oh, ice cream milkshakes, milk, water. And then we're gonna go with fruit like high C. I get like whenever I go to Cane's, I get like a fruit punch high C. Because I don't drink soda like at all. I never really like the taste of it. All right, next up, animals.
I feel like we both got the same number one.
Dogs.
Dog. I feel like dogs are just.
Fun fact, I have a dog named
Oh,
Penny, and
yeah.
our dogs are related.
Our dogs are related.
They're brothers and
They're
sisters.
siblings,
They're
right?
not even cousins.
They're siblings. Yeah, they're
Yes.
siblings.
I
Yeah.
saw his mom saw my dog and said they're cute, blah blah, and they got
Yeah.
he got. Are they twins or just?
Yeah, no, they're twins.
He got twin dogs the
Yeah,
same.
because we've been talking about getting a dog for a while, and then I think she just asked your mom for the breeder. And then, like, yeah.
So we have three sibling
They literally
dogs.
they look the same.
My dog's really dirty though. They're like their dogs more clean, but like they're really cute little small dogs.
Yeah.
And then I have another dog named Kika. It's more OG.
OG dog. Man, I remember.
So okay, dogs won.
Dogs.
I don't like cats
I
at
mean,
all.
You don't like them at all, like.
I don't like
I
cats.
mean, I'm not a hater, but.
Oh, monkeys are too. My wallpaper is a monkey with like a suit on. I don't know. Whenever I see like videos of monkeys, they're like cool because they're kind of like humans. Like they do like
Mhm.
I be seeing them like hoop. I be seeing them like those type of videos of them like doing like I don't know doing like adult like people stuff. So dogs, monkeys. We'll go. I'm trying to think of stuff I liked as a kid, like going to the zoo.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about right now. I got a couple.
We'll go cheetah just because fast. And then what do I like petty? I just really like dogs. We can do like
Oh no, that's already an idea I have.
like our favorite breed.
Yeah, favorite breed. So we're gonna do that.
We'll do that different day.
Yeah, I have that written down.
Cheetah. And then we'll go little bunny rabbit.
Bunnies.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Number one, dogs. I got dogs too. Number two, or just my penguins. I don't know. I'm a big fan of penguins. I just like penguins. And then I like polar bears. I don't know, something about polar bears. Yeah, I don't know. Polar bears just they seem cool to me, you know? Like I know like I kind of want to just pet a polar bear. Like I know it's kind of stupid, but like I don't know, I'm a fan of polar bears. And then I was gonna say I used to I'll say snakes. I don't know, I used to always want to pet snake. I don't really want a snake now, but like I don't know, I just used to always be a big fan of snakes. But
Interesting.
yeah.
Now our last one is our top four or Mount Rushmore of podcasts.
Do you want me to start?
Are we doing sports podcasts?
No, just any podcast.
Podcasts in general.
Any podcast.
Because I really only listen to sports podcasts.
Yeah, me too.
But I'm gonna try to throw in a few non-sports.
I can go first. You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
All right. Well, I'm a big fan of Nightcap. It's by Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco Chad Johnson. It's mainly a sports podcast, but I don't know. It's kind of like what we're trying to do. They do it a little better right now. They go into a whole bunch of story times. They're elite storytellers, so tune into that, even if it's just for that. So that's number one for me. Nightcap. I'll throw Pick a Side in there. I've been watching it for a long time. Pick a Side, sports. I mean, I feel like a bunch of these gonna be sports.
I'm gonna do two sports and non-sports, just to be fun with it.
Dude, it's like, oh, and then it's from The Volume. I'm a big. He's John Middlecoff. Excuse me.
That's the Warriors Lakers fan type guy.
No. I'm gonna throw him on there too. So I'm gonna put two from the same. Both of these podcasts are under Colin Cowherd's like Volume. It's called The Volume Network. It's three. The podcast is called Three and Out. It's by John Middlecoff. It's a NFL related type of podcast. I mean, he goes into other stuff too, like golf and just like does some. It's called the Middlecoff Mailbag, where he just answers questions. It's really cool. He's probably my favorite podcaster out right now. And then yeah, Hoops Tonight by Jason Tim. That's the other guy. Yeah. He's elite too. That's mainly NBA. So they're under the same. It's called the Volume Podcast Network. It's under both of those are under that. So those are my top four, Mount Rushmore.
So I think three of them are all basketball. My favorite podcast, shout out them, used to be Through the Wire, now is Numbers on the Board. I've been watching King of the Fourth Quarter for a minute now. And I don't watch, I would say his like rebuilds and stuff no more, but I really like their podcast with D Mills, Pee Wee the Plug, and Mike. So that would be a dream podcast to hop on with them. Pick a side as well. Those are the two I'm mainly listening to. And then I just started listening to the Deep Three. It's another basketball podcast. So those are my top three. I'm gonna try to add one that's not a sports podcast, but I don't think I listen to anything that's not a sports podcast, if I'm being honest. I used to love kind of watch Impulsive, but
I would watch
I was in
like
like middle school,
yeah,
high school. I don't.
I would see a bunch of clips all the time.
Yeah, they had
That's
good
what I
clips.
yeah, a bunch of this clips.
Because everyone has a podcast. Oh, we're just gonna go with the Joe Rogan podcast.
Joe Rogan, yeah,
Yeah,
can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
Or no. Instead of we're gonna do a Theo Vaughn podcast.
Oh
Yeah, instead of Joe Rogan. 'Cause he's really
that's where I've seen like the salts from
the what happened?
the smelling salts. That's like
Oh, he
I think it was him. I don't know. It might have just been Joe Rogan's podcast, but I think he might have been on it at the time. I don't know though. I could be wrong. It was on the Joe Rogan podcast stuff. Like I seen Joe Rogan do it, and yeah. But
so yeah, those are my top four.
all right. I mean, that's gonna end the Islands talk segment for today. I mean, we're gonna get into some story times later on. We're gonna have guests on, so stay tuned for that. And just as usual, let us know in the comments what you guys would want us to talk about.
We're gonna have some college talks at the end. Because we're in college, we have some story.
And make sure you like and subscribe, hit that notification button. Make sure you stay tuned. We're posting at least twice a week, every week. Stay tuned.